with just a moment of silence for those who have lost their lives. And as a Hindu, I would just say, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Thank you. Shanti means peace. We want to very first recognize those who have lost their lives and we want to pray for peace for them. However, this is a moment for the moment. We want to also not just pray, but take action so that all of us 170,000 Hoosiers who call Indiana their home. They are Americans who can live in their very home with peace. They can let their children go out and play in their backyard. We want all of the Asian Americans to be able to do the businesses where they are serving our community without any fear of any violence, any racism, any discrimination, any microaggressions. We know that just in last 1 year since the outbreak of COVID-19 virus, we have seen 150% increase in such incidents in few major cities. Well, those are the only cases they have been registered. But I know so many people who are probably standing here around me have been called names, been treated with not respect. They have been given different treatment than anyone standing next to them. I think that all goes all unregistered. People don't talk about it. People don't go to the police for that. So I want to make sure that this is a moment for us to really make a movement for just stop racist violence. We are here to support everyone who is not being treated with respect. Asians, as we just heard, is not a virus. Every black person is not a threat. Every Latino is not illegal immigrant. And every woman is not a sex object. We have seen in just last 2 weeks the incident that happened. Yes, it was an act of racism, whether we accept it or not. It was a real example of sexism, and it was also a bias. There was one individual who was kept for 4 hours by police thinking that he was one of the suspects because he was a Mexican or someone from Latino origin. So this is really our wake-up call. We have seen enough violence last year against our brothers and sisters from black community. As we say we are all Americans, we are all here standing for each and every one. I want to remind those who are listening here, we are your teachers, your policemen, your servicemen, your doctors, your neighbor. We serve this country, we call this place our home, and we want to make sure that we are all here united together for any act of racism, violence, and we are not going to tolerate anymore. I urge anyone who is from corporations or community organizations, this is a time for call for action. Number 1, speak internally with your members, your colleagues, your employees. They are not okay. Speak externally. Post your views on what do you believe and what are your views, what are your company policies and procedures for diversity and inclusion. If you don't have one, this is your time to develop one. Number 2, be an ally. This is not just for people who are Asians, Latinos, women, African Americans, or any diverse individual. This is for everyone. everyone. So be an ally. If you have a question, reach out to us, we can answer. We can really explain you what is a cultural competency. We love if you want to learn about our culture. We are there to explain you. But don't put us in a box. Don't stereotype. That's not acceptable. We are not going to tolerate that anymore. And third, and the most important thing, accept us as Americans. We are Asian Americans who are very proud of our heritage. We want to cherish our culture, but we are Americans. And with that, I just want to say that please keep up the momentum, please keep up the spirit, because this is not just a one-day event. This has to keep going on. And thank you very much for ICCCI to collaborate with Asian American Alliance and giving us an opportunity to speak on such an important message that we all share. Thank you very much.